right? You know, it's really scary stuff because I read this statistic recently that said that there's somewhere in the neighborhood of 30+% of women are single, but it's in the neighborhood of 60% of men.
Really?
Yeah. See if you can find
really high.
I know.
In what
does
age
seem
group?
really high. It's 18 to 49 or something.
Oh,
like
wow.
that. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's young men.
It's a shockingly
It
high.
doesn't make sense, like why there's such a disparity between the genders. That men are so much more single than women. Like that doesn't even jive.
Yeah, how does that
like
make sense?
Most men are single, most young women are not.
Maybe the guys
So-
are just saying they're single, and all the girls are like, "We're in a relationship."
It is just a research, right? So it's just a survey, I would imagine. 30% of U.S. adults are neither married, living with a partner, nor engaged in a committed relationship. Nearly half of all young adults are single. 34% of women and a whopping 63% of men. Like,
Wow.
how does that work? How does it work if there's roughly 50% women, 50% men? How could 34% of women be single and 63% of men be single? It says, not surprisingly, the decline of relationships matches a stride with the decline in sex. The share of sexually active Americans stands at a 30-year low. Around 30% of young men reported in 2019 that they had no sex in the past year, compared to about 20% of young women. Only half of single men are actively seeking relationships or even casual dates, according to Pew. That figure is declining.
What if, like, the women thought they were in a relationship and the guys are like,
Right.
"I'm
Yeah, that's
that's
what we could say.
fucking single. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, that you could say that. Or maybe the women aren't being honest. Maybe they've gone on a date with a guy and they decide that's their boyfriend. I don't know.
I think the more shocking thing is just that more in general are single. Less people are having sex and are engaged in meaningful, long-term relationships. I think that's, there's just an increasingly. I feel like we're becoming more atomized. Like you just kind of can get lost in your world, and you get these pseudo communities popping up. Like if I'm a Bored Ape Yacht Club member, I could call. I might say those guys are my brothers. But are they really? Like what are these new internet communities doing right? And what are they not really replacing in the real world? Because basically that's what we've done. We've replaced a lot of physical things with online things, and sometimes that replacement works. Like I can kind of, but sometimes it doesn't. Like I can FaceTime with my mom, and it's like kind of the same, but it's not really.
It's a little annoying.
It's a little annoying, right? And they're getting better at it, but it's like it's always kind of like this facsimile of the real thing. And so I think this replica AI is it's sort of this it's trying to treat loneliness in people.
Yeah.
Maybe you could that's the nice way of looking at it. But it's pretty dystopian, man.
It is dystopian, and one of the things that I think accelerated it was the lockdowns, right? So for especially people that had a lot of anxiety, there was people that went a year plus without being in contact with other people other than their immediate family members. And so then they seek more time online. They're online more. And at the same time, this AI-generated 3D image of a person is communicating with you. Just
that, and then the rise of like parasocial relationships. People
from
watch.
home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People watch so much of online people, they think they know you, and they don't. But they feel like you're their friend rather than them having online I was hanging out with a few friends, and they got approached by some people, and these guys felt like they knew them. Like they're like, "Oh, we know you. Like I love all your stuff." What do you think about? They're asking about one of their friends. Like, what do you think about when this guy did that? And I'm thinking this guy doesn't know you.
right.
But it's this strange thing where that's our new world.